I
Yeah,
heard that
I
that's a
downloaded
really
it.
great.
I downloaded it earlier today. I haven't tried it yet though.
That's awesome. Alrighty. Well then, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Actually, I think I have.
I need to download that game then.
Yeah.
You like your shirts? Oh, thank you. Yeah, our shirts are awesome. Hey, hot airplane. Hey, funny. Welcome back. All right, so let's go ahead and just do the introduction really quick. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Today we are doing a community interview with the one and only TaySavage, who is our weekly spotlight winner of 2 weeks ago. What's up, Dead's Fire? For those of you that are on YouTube watching this at a later date, you will notice that I am talking to random people. That's because this is a live show on mixer.com/SpyShadow. So make sure you go check us out there. You can become a part of the community there, add yourself to the weekly spotlight, and be interviewed yourself at some time later on. But tonight we're going to be interviewing TaySavage. What's up, Tay? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Doing good. What's up, Toxic Fox? Hello, hello. Yeah, we'll get a few random people that'll probably pop in because my announcement went live again. That I went live. So good to see you guys. We're doing an interview today. We just finished off playing some Fortnite with him. Did a nice co-stream, and it was awesome. We won 2 games.
Yep. You know what's funny? It was our very first game and our last game.
It was. Bookends.
Yes.
Beautiful bookends. Where's your interview? KSI, you need to get yourself into the weekly spotlight application, which I guess I should probably say before we start. If you guys want to get into the weekly spotlight, you can go to my Discord and follow my Discord there, and you can type a little bit of information about yourself in the promote me section. That's how Tay got picked, as well as some other folks. And we'll go ahead and pick you as a weekly spotlight winner. You get shout-outs all week, you get a co-stream, and you get an interview with me, just like this one that will go recorded on YouTube for later so you can check out later. Currently, the community interview that was most recent was Funny Monkey, so there's the link there. Make sure you go check it out. But we'll be putting Tays up tomorrow. What's up, Thornbug? It's good to see you as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. You have the questions. You might have been thinking about them. But the first question is, what was the first game you ever remember playing?
It was one of the Super Mario Brothers games. I can't remember exactly which one it was. I was playing. I know it was with my dad.
That's awesome.
When I was like 3.
Wow, you started
3 or 4
early.
years old. Yeah.
This guy's like a Jedi Master now.
It was, God, I can't remember which Super Mario Bros. It was. It was a Super Mario Brothers, though.
That's
I know
awesome.
that.
Good choice. Good choice, Funny Monkey says. Yeah, that's... Actually, I think, Mario Bros. Was probably one of my earliest as well, so that's really great. That's just a great franchise. I mean, it's just solid.
Oh, yeah. Especially one to start out with, like a really solid platformer, really iconic in the video game world.
Yeah.
You know, part of video game history, Mario.
It is.
Everyone knows who Mario is.
Everyone does, right? Killer Carter's here too. He's saying, I started off with Mario. I feel like that's just like a normal thing with all of us. And speaking of Mario, if you guys do have a Nintendo Switch, I think it's free, all the Mario games, as long as you pay for, I think the $15 a month, which is just how to get internet.
Oh,
obviously.
It's actually $20 for 12 months.
$20 for 12 months.
$20.
That's right. I forgot that went down. So that's a pretty good deal. So you guys can play all the Mario games for that, but that's kind of a extra thing. But so what Mario? I'm trying to think about our time. Probably Super Mario Bros. With Yoshi?
Yeah,
starting out with Yoshi?
It did have Yoshi in it.
Yeah. I think Yoshi kind of came around, at least when I was growing up, that was it. When Yoshi came to the forefront. So that's pretty cool. Killer asks, is this the end of the stream? No, this is the start of the web show stream portion, Killer Carter, that we're doing through our weekly spotlight winners. You are the weekly spotlight winner of the week, Killer, so you're going to get one of these later on, so you can see how it goes. And you'll have similar questions. But all right, awesome. And you remember playing with your dad. I have to go back to that because it's just so crucial, I think, that we play generationally with different generations. And it's super cool because I feel like, and give me if I'm wrong, that the generation, our parents' generation, was not really into video games yet.
No,
but we
video
are.
Video games didn't take off.
Yeah.
But, to be honest, video games haven't really taken off until, the last, 10 years.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Wow.
It's, because back even when I was in high school, there was professional, Halo players. I did Halo competitively back then. I traveled to some tournaments and stuff like that, but
that's awesome.
Realistically, you didn't have Twitch, all that kind of stuff. It was all just in TV, and like nobody was streaming ever. So it wasn't broadcasted everywhere, all that kind of stuff. So now it just exploded. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
it's awesome.
I mean, I think that's awesome, and I picture like the next generation, and part of why we stream, I think, is I like to capture the younger generation too, and hopefully when I have kids one day, I can actually play video games with them. I'm not faulting my parents, but I just think they never understood the whole concept because you're right, it wasn't there. So I think it's
Yeah.
cool your dad was playing with you though. That's why I had to hone in on that. All right, cool. All right, next question. What is your current favorite game, though, to play and why?
Oh man. So I rekindled my love for Fortnite again
Yes.
right now, most recently. But it's hard because the two games I play the most currently is Fortnite and Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
That's primarily what you'll see me playing. I really enjoyed Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Played through it, beat it. It was great.
Nice.
Definitely recommend it. But yeah, it's kind of a toss up between Fortnite and Modern Warfare currently.
Dude, solid 2 games. We had our last interviewee, Funny Monkey, said that he loved Modern Warfare as well, but Fortnite's always that kind of like pull and tug where it's really good sometimes, but you can also get frustrated with it. So yeah, that's great. That's awesome. What about Jedi? So Jedi Fallen Order, I've heard a few things about that. Are they thinking about putting any type of DLC with it, even though it's only single player?
I haven't heard anything about any kind of DLC yet.
Okay.
There. I don't really want to go into too big of spoilers on it.
Yeah.
But there could essentially be a second.
Okay, cool.
Essentially.
Good. Because that's my only concern, is purchasing a big game like that, and I saw that many people just played through it the first week, and it obviously was awesome, but it was like a week type game, and that was it.
Yeah, the it's very different from any other Star Wars game. It's basically like Star Wars with a Dark Souls twist to it.
Ooh,
So-
interesting.
So if you die, you get set back to a checkpoint, like it's a meditation point, like a campfire, and you lose your XP. And you have to go and kill. You have to go hit the enemy that killed you
Wow.
to get your XP back.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So it looks like we have the chats warring over Fortnite right now. Fortnite's poop. Fortnite's great. Who knows? Everybody's got haters. Fortnite. I'm a dedicated Fortnite player. Been since season 0, and I think it's always going to be that way. But I understand some people don't like it. That's okay. Killer said one game you are always in the mood to replay. I think he means probably Jedi Knight Fallen Order, which is kind of cool that you can replay it.
The game I can always fall back on and just not ever get bored from is Diablo. Diablo 3.
Yeah.
I have it on Xbox. I have it on PC. I want to get it for the Switch.
Yeah, there you go. He's played all 3. He's like trying to. Yeah, that's awesome.
Back when I had a PlayStation, I had it on PS4.
Yeah.
So,
Well, then I guess you're pretty excited for Diablo 4 to drop then at this
I'm
point.
insanely excited.
So that's cool.
One of the best gaming series I've ever played.
Yeah.
Diablo 2, still my favorite.
Diablo 2, yeah. Go back to the classics. Wow. That's awesome. All right, you got to go. Sounds good. See you later, Funny Monkey. Thanks for stopping by.
Later, Funny Monkey.
Hot Airplane says R6 is favorite. Oh, we could talk about R6 too. That's awesome. Best questions. Yeah, by the way, guys, if you do have questions in the chat, you can ask them. We will get to them. It might not be like right in the moment because we're talking about a certain thing, but we'll try to throw in a few there. So feel free. All right. So for those of you that don't know, my stream is all based on positivity. We go #positivity, #mixerlove. We are fully positive mixer environment. We don't do any type of negativity stuff. We play games just for fun, and most of it's multiplayer. So this question is kind of geared toward that. So everyone in my community is kind of the same mindset. So Tay, I have to ask you, what is one positive thing that you can share with others in our stream?
It's something I always work on too, to just not get so upset about losing, because like coming from a competitive background from when I was like a teenager, it's hard to just not stay like super competitive, but I've gotten a lot better at it, and it's just like trying to spread like, it's just a game.
Mm.
Who cares? How if you're having fun, why does it matter? Just get all upset just because you lost and died and freak out.
That's awesome. I love that. That is so true, and a big part of our stream, because I think that I've always had people come in and say, hey, if you actually played more competitively, you might actually be more successful, and I tend to disagree with that in some ways, because I enjoy talking to people that just want to have fun.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Why you be mad? We've had to tell people to calm down before viewers, so they've come in freaking out about the game. It's like, hey, it's just a game. It's just a game. We're having fun. So,
yeah,
that's awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for that advice. I think that our viewers could definitely think about that, especially we live in a society where everything is competitive, so why not kick back and have one thing that's not competitive? Have some fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. How long have you been streaming? How did Airplane ask that question? That's a good one.
So, I started streaming January of last year.
Okay.
I stopped streaming in April for an extended amount of time. It was just... I got a little... I suffer from anxiety and stuff like that, so I was getting a little overwhelmed from how fast I was growing, because I went from January 1st to April 1st, and I had 500 followers. And I was like growing rapidly, and I was getting so many people, and I was at the moment I was averaging almost 20 plus viewers a stream, and
wow.
I had so much anxiety because I'm trying to keep entertaining, and there were days where I really didn't want to come on and put on a show, and then I just disappeared. I disappeared from April to November. I just got back started streaming again. And it's been fun, man. Like, I had to work on myself some, and, I'm ready to get back into the groove of things. Like, I'm trying to build my viewer base back up.
Yeah. Doing a great job at it.
Yeah, it's actually been steadily going again, making new friends, and, from coming back to where we are now, I've already gained, like, a little over 100 followers in a month.
That's good,
man. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
It's a really loving community here on Mixer, and I posted a thing on my Instagram earlier today, just talk about how thankful I am for my community and everyone that stuck by me and came back to my stream after my hiatus and just was so welcoming.
Yeah.
It made, it's amazing.
That's awesome, dude. Well, I could say personally that I really missed you when you left, and I guess I don't think I was following you on Twitter at that moment, so I kind of didn't, I guess, get your announcement or whatever that you, like, kind of left, and I was like, where is he? And then when you started coming back, I was super excited. So we're just glad to have you back. Totally understand what you're saying, though. I think it's a real thing. And anybody listening to this interview that streams in the future, don't fool yourself into thinking that you won't have anxiety, you won't go through the same thing, because it does get crazy. There are times of pressures. I've taken hiatuses. Other people have. Big streamers have taken hiatuses. Like, they literally have done it. I think Mixer Harrison Jr. just did something as well, and he's taking a break. And it's just interesting to see that even the large streamers are having to, take care of themselves. We're people too, guys.
Yeah, I know plenty of, like, partnered streamers personally that I play with offline, and they're taking hiatuses.
Yeah.
And it's for the same reasons, basically.
Right. Yeah. I think it's a normal thing.
It's one of those things too that you could be a small streamer, but if you go into a bigger streamer's stream and you build that connection with them, they can end up not seeing you as a viewer anymore and build a friendship.
Yep.
Like, I have a few, like, bigger streamers than me that I consider friends now. I play with them offline. They're not streaming, I'm not streaming. I'm not broadcasting everywhere, like, saying, oh, I get to play with this guy.
Yeah.
Whatever. Just treat them like normal people.
And that's the thing is really it's all about community and building friendships. You know, we're not anything different than you guys or, you know, other streamers. And, you know, I think that one of the biggest things that I got told from actually a Mixer community manager back in the day was that, like, don't say that you're a small streamer. Like, nobody's a small streamer. Because if you say that, then you're immediately putting yourself in this little box and you're saying, like, oh, I'm different than a streamer that might be more popular. And that's not true. We're all streaming good content. I think there's so much out there. It's just, there's only so much wealth, right? And so I think the fact that we're just all sharing it and being a good community is amazing. So on that note, if you guys haven't followed him yet, I didn't say that at the beginning of this, but he is co-streaming with me. So if you go ahead and click over on his, you have to switch over because you'll be on my stream. I wish that they fixed co-stream where you could have like the 2 follow buttons like right next to each other. But hint, hint, Mixer, if you're listening at this at any point, that would be awesome. But yeah, go ahead and follow him as well. There you go, Killer Carter. I appreciate that, man. My mods are so awesome. They're right on it.
So much for the follow, man.
Welcome back, One Shot. Thanks for your comments. Hi to Airplane. I think Dead had some more questions, but let's go to one of the built-in questions, and we'll come back to you guys. Let's see. What is one thing that interests you and brought you into this community?
Well, you know, I met you through our mutual friend Paulie. You came into one of his streams because that was before I was even streaming. Before I even decided to start streaming, and you know, so I dropped you a follow because Paulie was like, "Oh, shout out Spy Shadow, all this kind of stuff." I was
Paulie's
like,
my
"All right,
baby."
cool." And dropped him a follow, and then I think it was later that day, or the next couple days, Paulie hosted you, and I was hanging out in there, and you know, I was just vibing with the content, so you know, and
That's awesome.
just went from there, and here we are now.
That's cool. Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's crazy to see some. I've been streaming for almost 3 years. I'm somewhat one of the older ones, even though I have not built up as quickly as a lot of the other folks. But it's amazing to see a lot of streamers come into my stream and be just viewers of other partner streamers that come in and then they build their own content and their own streaming content, and then they far surpass even me, and some of them get partnered. So I think it's so cool to see, like, Tay's one of those guys that like worked really hard, and he came in as like just a viewer of Paulie stream, and then it's like you start seeing them stream, and then you're like, oh my god, they start streaming, that's great. And then then you start following them and watching them build, and it's super cool.
The funny thing too, not meaning to cut you off there.
No, go for
it. Showing that how Mixer shows who's all been original community part of the Mixer family, even before it was called Mixer.
Yeah.
We all have those little badges next to our name.
We do.
That just say Beam. Like, I have that because I was just modding for channels for almost 2 years before I decided to start streaming.
That's awesome.
You know, like,
so you're a big part. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's why my account level's so high and stuff. But my followers, you know, I just haven't really started streaming. You know.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Well, we appreciate all our mods, and even if you weren't, I think it's good that everybody gets celebrated as a Beam member, even though you weren't streaming at the time. But thank you so much for that, host Sean. Let me just quickly say thanks to Killer and One Shot for being in here. I see you guys. He's back. One Shot asked any more Fortnite tonight. Probably not. One Shot. We'll finish up with this interview tonight. And thanks for being in here, though. I always miss One Shot. Poor guy. Vibe check? Vibe check. I don't know what you mean by vibe check. I mean, there's good vibes going on right now. That's definitely what I'm feeling. And then I think there was a random question somebody asked up here. Let's look. Deadfire asked, how you got into streaming? I think that's a good one to follow up about streaming. So how did you get into streaming? Deadfire asked.
Originally, the one who encouraged me to start streaming was Paulie.
Nice.
Yeah, because I played with Paulie all the time, and you know, he kept saying like, "Oh, well, you know, why don't you stream it? Why don't you stream it like we're playing?" And he's like, "Oh, shout out Tay, he's gonna start streaming." I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, you know, I'm like, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not." And then he's like, "Oh yeah, Tay's a monster. Like, especially like in the early PUBG days."
Yup.
and early Fortnite days when I actually used to be really good at Fortnite. I'm still trying to get back used to building and stuff like that. But yeah, it's yeah, Paulie really encouraged me and helped set up my OBS and all that kind of stuff. He walked me through on how to do everything, and yeah, I still to this day, you know, I hang out with Paulie all the time. I talk to him all the time. He's a partnered streamer now. You know?
Yep. It was cool
Yeah.
seeing Paulie get his partnership through that adventure, and he finally won over. I think that some people had to pull more teeth to get partnership, and he was one of those that fought tooth and nail for that. So I appreciate him for
I remember when I first started following Paulie, he barely had over 1,000 followers,
Yep.
and you know, and now look at him.
I know, it's great. And so that brings up another excellent point. I mean, these are good, actually, streamer points for all of you guys that are starting out, and you're kind of getting a little bit of bonus training there from Tay, but you want to connect to another streamer that's a little bit bigger than you, maybe even just a partner. It doesn't need to be a big old partner that's pulling in 200 viewers, probably. It's a little harder then, but definitely some of these partners have only a small following, but it's a solid following, and Paulie's one of them. And I have to shout out my mentor, Night Sky, whenever I can. So you gotta go follow Night Sky if you ever do. But he definitely built me as well. So similar thing. I feel like find a partner, someone that doesn't need to be a partner. It can be someone that has a lot of followers too, not a partner, but someone to help you out.
Yeah, we agree.
Papa Paulie. Yes, that's what we call
Paulie.
him. Papa Paulie.
Papa bless.
Papa bless. Yeah, there you go. All right, awesome. Let's see what. Okay, here's a fun one that just we'll turn the corner. We're a little serious there, but I always like to mix it up. So, what's your favorite food and why?
Tacos.
That's two tacos. We've had the other interview was tacos too. Man,
Because tacos are love, tacos are life, man.
love the tacos, dude. That's awesome.
Pizza's pretty solid too.
Yeah, I mean that's a close second. But tacos, like Taco Tuesday,
man.
you're always waiting. I know. See, Hot Air Slane's like my guy. Like everybody's like in the chat, just preach it. Taco salad.
Oh.
Woo.
Yeah, like you get them tacos with the deep fried shells. I'm making myself hungry.
I know. Now I need some tacos. And here's the thing: is like I don't know about you guys, but I love Taco Bell. People hate Taco Bell for being trash, but like
I love Taco Bell, dude.
it's just too
Their
good.
beefy 5-layer burritos.
Oh, they're
yes.
so cheap too. It's like I just order like 10 of them. No, I don't order that much, but it's bad. Man, cool. Well, I think tacos are awesome, and we should do like a taco stream with all our community members at this point. Because like I feel like
just get the big taco hats and
just-
chip, you know.
we'll do it. We'll do the whole thing. We'll
Yeah.
confetti. There'll be a pinata or something. We'll do something fun. You know. I got to try Taco Bell once. Yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting. All my Canadian viewers comment all the time when I say Taco Bell. They're like, "What's Taco Bell?" I'm like, "Oh, you guys,
Yeah.
missing out." Best of
There's
the
a
worst.
few of even in UK, they don't have a lot of Taco Bells there
Man.
either.
What is up with that? I feel like they would totally conquer that, but you know. All right. Well, meanwhile, Taco Bell, keep going, keep doing your thing. Crunch wraps, yes, hands down. Cool. All right. What is your? Nope. They already asked that question. Tell me a good memory of when you were younger. Doesn't have to be game related. Just whatever memory.
I would have to say, thinking back, probably when I started making friends for the first time, because I was a really quiet kid
Okay.
growing up. I remember I was in kindergarten. I didn't have little to any friends. Crazy, thank you so much for the host, brother. I appreciate you. And I remember it was like a few weeks into my first year of kindergarten and all that kind of stuff, and I didn't know anybody, and I was quiet. And one day, one of my best friends ever, like to this day, came up to me and was like, "Hey, you want to play tag with us?"
Oh,
You know,
that's awesome.
And from that moment on, we were like best friends for over 20 years.
Yo, that's awesome, man. Those are the memories you
Anyways,
keep
thank you so much for the host, brother.
when the kids, invite you to play with them, and it's like that they went out of their way to like invite you. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that is a great memory, and I think it's so cool that when we have these interviews, I start to see trends, and the trend for that memory is usually having to do with family and friends, which is just another important thing about this community. It's like we're a family, we stick together, and I think that you make some of your best friends sometimes on here, and I think that's just cool. I appreciate that, and I hope you guys can find friends as well. All of you guys that feel alone out there, there's always somebody out there for you. We're here for you, and I think that's what matters. That's cool. All right, some more questions have come in, so let's do a couple quick fire ones. What's your favorite color?
Red.
Red. Yes.
Yep.
That's my favorite color too.
Wearing a red Coca-Cola
I love
shirt.
it. Coca-Cola.
Let's go.
I actually have a similar Coca-Cola shirt than of that like that. So, yo, Dragon Tapman coming in with those awesome embers. I think
ember hype though.
that was awesome. I can't tell who that went to, but thank you.
Oh, that went to you.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you, Dragon. I appreciate it. It popped up in your stream, so I was like,
Yeah, it was.
What?
Funny. I was like,
but thank you. I appreciate that.
Because it didn't play, don't you?
Well, you have the awesome pop up there. I don't have, so I gotta freaking figure that out. Celebrate you guys. But thanks, Dragon Time, man. I appreciate it. I will continue to stay awesome along with you guys. You stay awesome. We can do well, you guys can do Ember Hype if you want, but we're gonna keep on moving. Thank you for the host killer, by the way, to Tay. Appreciate that. Let's skip the season one for now. Hot Airplane, we can come back to that. What's the best place you've ever been to?
Oh man, I've done a lot of traveling. I've been to pretty much almost every state.
Ooh, okay.
I think the coolest place I've ever been to would have to be Hawaii.
Nice.
I went to Hawaii when I was 6 years old. 6, 7, somewhere around there. My grandpa decided to pay for a trip for our whole family. So it was like grandpa, my grandma, my mom, me, my aunt and uncle and their 3 kids, and then my other uncle and his girlfriend. It was like a big family vacation.
My goodness,
Hawaii.
it's a lot of money. Good, thanks to them, Yeah. Cool. Well, Hawaii is a beautiful place. We're trying to go this year too, so that's awesome.
Hopefully you get to go there, man. It is a very beautiful place. I'd love to go back there again someday.
Good, man. That's awesome. Yeah, fun fact, guys. Me and Tay actually live in the same state, not more than like 2 hours away, probably at this point.
I think so.
It's 2 hours for me to get to Virginia Beach. I plan on. We usually hit Virginia Beach up probably like twice a year in the summer. So I just have to.
Okay.
Now that I know Tay, I'll just have to let you know well ahead of time. And say, hey, we're just coming down to hit the beach. Oh, you're trying to be moving? You gonna be moving?
Because my stepdad.
Okay.
He just got a promotion.
Oh, congrats to him.
He's active military.
Okay.
Getting to know
Hey, thank you for that, Dragon. Appreciate it. Merry Christmas. That's awesome. Beautiful. Look at this guy.
Yo, Dragon, thank you so much, brother. And for the follow on top of that. That startled me, I'm not gonna lie.
Dragon came in with a pow, and then he went, beats, Battlestar. Bears.
So my kitten and I, we live with my mom just because living on your own is expensive.
Oh, it is.
It's insanely expensive. And my stepdad's active duty in the Coast Guard, and he just got a promotion up to Master Chief.
Oh, congrats!
So he's a E9, E10, something like that. I'm not too familiar.
Well, thank him for his service for us when you get the chance.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
So with his promotion, they said he's most likely going to be relocated, and so if that ends up happening, we'll be moving to California.
Nice. Ooh, beautiful Cali. That's awesome. Well, then you will be all the way across, and I won't.
Right.
I will have to catch up with you. Speaking of which, did you said you weren't going to PAX East, right? If I'm not
No,
mistaken.
I can't.
Okay,
I
all right.
wouldn't be able to
I just wanted to make
this
sure. A few people
year. I
said
will
they
though.
were, and I'm not following up with them, and I feel bad. I just gotta
Yeah.
remember who they were. All right, cool. All right, what is he? Oh, okay, well, let's go back to our questions. We'll get to them in just a second. Dragon, thanks so much for dropping all the sparks and embers, man. I appreciate
Yeah,
it. You're
man.
keeping the
Thank
stream
you.
lit
Dragon,
tonight.
you the best, brother.
All right. What is a weird talent of yours?
I would probably I mean, I could bend my thumbs back.
Oh,
Like
let's see it.
like here. Like basically I could flatten my thumb essentially,
Yeah.
start
Oh
going,
my
like-
goodness.
I could do it with both of them actually.
I can't
yeah.
do that at all.
Yeah, I can
Oh my God.
hitchhiker's thumb
Hitchhiker's thumb. Yeah, that's
And then-
literally looks like one.
and then just be able to push
Oh.
back and keep it.
Oh my
Flat.
God. Ow.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's
I can really
awesome.
think of.
That is a
Yeah.
cool weird talent. I love that.
Yeah.
Man, you're probably like ambidextrous. Can you use both hands pretty well?
I'm left-handed.
Okay, I'm too.
I write with my left, but I do everything else with my right.
All
I
right.
throw with my right.
You know what? That's funny, Tay. That's a similar thing for me as well. I don't know if it's because we just grew up in a right-handed world, but I've heard that like so my dad when I had to do things, it was like, why would I buy an extra left-handed thing? He was like, bat right-handed, golf right-handed,
Yeah.
just everything else had to do with right-handed, and that's kind of weird. I actually played guitar. They wouldn't buy me a left-handed guitar, so I played the guitar upside down in high school,
Oh,
which
so you were like Jimi Hendrix.
yeah, it was except not as good. No, not as good. I literally was.
Jimi Hendrix. He played. He was left-handed, but he played upside down.
It's
Yeah.
difficult. I had a hard time. I mean, first of all, I'm not musically talented. I'm sure you guys understand when I start trying to sing on stream or do anything like that. But it was horrible. I had to get an A in that class, and it was fighting everything I could to get an A with that upside down guitar. But Dragon, thanks so
Yo,
much.
Dragon, thank you so much for the host, brother.
Well, that is an awesome. Probably makes you really good with video games. Thumbs, I feel like. All right. What game DLC are you looking forward to, though?
I know, kind of recent, the new Borderlands 3 DLC is being dropped in the next couple days. I'm pretty excited to play that. Besides that, I would probably say Modern Warfare's Battle Royale. Whenever
Nice.
because it's rumored to either come out at the end of this month or next month.
That's awesome.
So,
Oof.
because people were data mining it and they found that they're either planning to release it end of December or January.
That makes so much sense. It would be probably really good if it was like right before Christmas, but
Yeah.
that's awesome. And I think you were the one that told me that like a whole nother company or part of a company is working on it, so that's gonna not mess up
Yeah.
with anything else, which is always good.
Yeah, because they're having Raven Studios
Yep.
focus on the Battle Royale, and they're having who was it that did this one? Infinity Ward.
It was Infinity
Yep.
Ward. I think Infinity Ward does it all.
They're gonna stay focused on the multiplayer so that they can keep pushing out. Sorry. Weekly updates for the multiplayer because they want to try to keep it fresh, kind of like what Fortnite does. So they're going to have weekly updates for their Battle Royale from Raven Studios and weekly updates from Infinity Ward for the multiplayer.
That's awesome. I mean, that's a lot of work, and so that's why it's 2 studios. But I have noticed that this Call of Duty Modern Warfare is one of my favorite games now, and I also stream it, guys. If you want to check us out when we do, but it's definitely better. I was a little worried. Currently, Infinity Ward has pretty much copied their Modern Warfare since Modern Warfare 2, and it's been super boring. Like Modern Warfare 3, when I got it, like I got on the hype train just because Modern Warfare 2 was so much fun. It was the exact same game. Like, exactly. Like, had the same gameplay, same maps. It did nothing. So I'm just so glad that they changed things up and actually made a new game. But, all right. Let's see. So we got to definitely ask this. What do you currently stream? And, well, you already told us that, but what's your schedule, just so that people know going forward?
So I stream Monday through It's Monday through Thursday indefinitely
Okay.
from 4 p.m. EST to 9 p.m. EST.
Yep.
Fridays are alternative because I do D&D on
Yes.
Fridays. So, like, for instance, like this upcoming Friday, I will not be streaming because I will be at D&D.
Okay.
But the following Friday, I'll be streaming.
Nice. All right.
We do stream our D&D sessions though, but it's not on Mixer because our DM. I've told him. I've tried to convince him to come to Mixer, but he is pretty stuck in his ways on Twitch.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Sure.
we do stream our D&D sessions on twitch.tv/Crush RPG. We are sponsored by a charity as well on there.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll have to check you out sometime on that and everything on Twitch. Yeah, Dungeons Dragons. Those are some of the funnest streams to watch. I think. I mean, I actually get a big thrill in watching people do D&D streams just because they get into character. There's always the joking that goes on. I've always thought it would be kind of cool to bring that over to Mixer, and so I wish it would.
I would like Ken and I. We were talking about wanting to do essentially one, but the thing is, none of us really want to DM.
Right. I mean, that's the
She
hard thing.
can, but she prefers to play a character. Same with me.
Yeah.
I'm really new to it because I've only been playing since August. Kitten was the one that got me into it, and the DM's actually my stepbrother.
Oh, cool.
He
Cool.
we go over to his house for Fridays, and we have the tables all set up, and our party there's like 6 of us, right? Yeah, there's 6 of us.
Wow, that's awesome.
6 players and 1 DM.
That's really cool, and I think it probably makes it better if you guys are all in the same area too. It would be hard to do it where we're all kind of split up and everything. But yeah, that's really cool. Killer's like, I want to join. Well, definitely join the chat then, Killer, on Twitch, and you can watch the gameplay and have some fun. All right, so right now we have parting thoughts. We're getting toward the end. I try to make this definitely under an hour. I think we're about at 45 because many people can't watch this for too long on YouTube. But let's quickly get an answer. I think Hot Air Plane really wants to know what your favorite season in Fortnite's been so far.
My favorite season was season 5.
Nice.
I love season 5 because my history in Fortnite, I started on season 0.
Mm-hmm.
And it was right at like season 2. I got maybe halfway through it, then I stopped playing Fortnite all in general, and then I came back toward the end of season 4 and miraculously finished it with under 30 days left and got Omega's colors.
Ooh, Omega. Wow,
Insane.
that's rare actually. Yeah, Omega's colors, that was the hard one. That's, I think, the one that I have not gotten since season 0.
I have Omega's colors. And I did, tail end of season 4, all of season 5, and then I stopped playing right at the beginning of season 6, and I just now started again at the chapter 2, season 1.
Yeah.
So.
That's good, man. It's a good time to start. Again, I know a lot of people hate on Fortnite. If you haven't checked out Fortnite in a while, you got to go do it. I am an epic content creator, so I have to keep pushing that just because they're so good.
This is coming from a guy that was a bit like I was a PUBG elitist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so being a PUBG elitist.
Hold on 1 second. Let's go ahead
and then coming back to that.
Yeah, and then come back. Sorry, what were we saying? We had somebody pop in ours. I want to make sure they...
And coming back to Fortnite, it's changed so much.
Yeah. It has. Definitely I think they got away from the whole plane mech things that were a little overpowered, which I appreciate, so.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Well, I think that's it. We got a couple parting thoughts. Let's go ahead and make sure. It looks like your giveaway popped up again, so go ahead and explain a little bit about your giveaway again for people, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. So, for the month of December, I've decided to give back to my community, not just mine, but give back to Spies, a couple other of my friends, Jamie Lynn, Busta What, and Polly. So essentially, if you guys follow the link in on any of our socials, we post it there. It's for this week's is this is week 3, so this week's is going to be for a $15 Xbox Live gift card, and that's going to be the winner for that's going to be announced Monday.
Very nice.
On what is that?
It's going to be the
December 23rd.
23rd, right before Christmas. That'd be a great
Yes,
Christmas
right
gift for you
before
guys.
Christmas.
Right before Christmas, you can.
And so we have already had 2 winners this month. The first one for week 1 was for 3 months of Xbox Game Pass, and that was to GBX Storm.
Very nice.
And he claimed it. He's currently been playing a ton of Rocket League off of it.
Rocket League.
So, yeah, Rocket
Love
League's
Rocket League.
awesome. And then this last week's was announced last night, and that was for 3 months of Xbox Live Gold, and that was to both of our good friends, Jay Mitch.
Yeah, Jay
He's a partner
Mitch.
streamer here on Mixer.
Great guy.
Awesome dude. And yeah.
Cool. Well, that's awesome. Well, hopefully you guys can win that $15 Xbox gift card. And I think with that, we're pretty much at the end here. So thank you so much, Tay, for sticking around and doing this interview. We really appreciate you. Remember, guys, this goes on YouTube later. So if you're on YouTube, make sure you go follow these guys. I will definitely put their links up for Mixer on the YouTube. Gengar. Gengar. Yes. Why not? Gengar is literally the scariest but most badass Pokemon ever, I think. I feel like I'm so scared. Like, Gengar, whenever I got Gengar in any of the Pokemon games, I was like, oh my god, where's my Master Ball? Anyway. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you, again, Tay, for being a good part of the community. We'll be seeing him around. Make sure you say hi to him in chat. Now that you know so much more about him, you can talk about so many different things with him. And we'll go ahead and end it with there. Any final parting thoughts from you?
Happy holidays.
Awesome. Happy holidays. That's right, guys. All right. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for stopping by.